Let's install your new loomwell wallpaper. To get started, make sure your wall is clean of any dust or grease. Use a damp microfiber rag, paying close attention to any corners, baseboards, or air vents. Next, remove any outlet or light switch covers. Removing any other object that is not permanently attached to the wall will allow for an easier install. Once the wall is dry, unroll your panels. Locate the A and B panel stickers. You will start with panel A in your left-hand corner. If your pattern is a mural, it will have numbers rather than letters. When placing your first panel, it is important not to use the ceiling line as a guide, as most are crooked to some degree. Start your panel 1 to 2 inches above the ceiling line. It is helpful to use a laser level or penciling a line on your wall with a level to ensure the panel is going on straight. Start by peeling down the paper backing about 18 to 24 inches. It is helpful to crease the backing so the panel lays as flat as possible against the wall. Apply the wallpaper panel from the center out, lifting and adjusting as needed. Continue to pull the paper backing down in increments of 18 to 24 inches. Once you reach your baseboard, wait to cut until the very end. Next, grab a B panel. Use your laser level or pencil mark to help ensure the following panels are applied straight. You may find it helpful to have a second person to help hold the lower portion of the panel while you install the top portion. Each panel has an overlap of 1 inch, meaning you will apply the next panel slightly over the one before. To best prevent air bubbles, avoid pulling the panel side to side. If you need to readjust to line up the pattern, it is best to fully lift and reapply. Installing a round trim work doesn't have to be difficult. Start by lining your panel up, leaving a couple inches above the ceiling line. Because a second person can't line up the panel on the lower half, it is easy to cause a slant to the panel. A laser level can help ensure it's applied straight. Install the panel until you reach the top of the trim. Cut the material with a fresh blade as you move your way down the panel. Cut in small slices to ensure you're cutting in the appropriate spot. Once all trim is cut around, continue installing the rest of the panel. When you come across an outlet or a light switch, simply cut around the object as you move down the panel and use an X-Acto knife or a razor blade with a fresh blade to cut a hole around it. The outlet cover will cover the raw edges. Continue the same process with your remaining panels. For your last panel, going into a corner, it is helpful to trim down any excess material before installing. When applying into a corner, it is helpful to remove all the backing at once versus working in sections. This allows the wallpaper to better form into the corner. Having a second person hold the bottom half of the panel away from the wall is helpful. Finally, it is time to trim. With a fresh X-Acto knife or razor blade, trim off any excess along the ceiling line or baseboard. And you're done! Make sure to tag us on Instagram so we can see your beautiful space. Thanks for choosing Loomwell for your home.